I don't need to stress, I don't have to doubt, because money always flows into my bank account. I have more cash than I could ever count. It's more than enough. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I know the universe always takes care of me. That's why I receive money abundantly. In my reality,
Hello, my beautiful angels. How are you all? I hope you guys are doing fantastic, that you're enjoying your life, you're enjoying everything that life has to offer, and that you're all doing well. Um, we're here today with another reading. I am going to do a love reading, one of my favorites, of course, and I prepared to start off your reading with two oracle decks to see sort of the theme, what you need to know at this time. And my intention for this reading is that you get the clarity that you need on your situation. I am going to go for as long as the messages are going to come through. And thank you so much for watching. I hope that you will find the insights that you need. If you see this video, you're certainly meant to find it and to get the guidance from the reading. So after we pull the cards from the oracle decks, we're definitely going to continue with the tarot cards to see what's going on within your relationship at this time. So let's just get started and not blabber and chat about it anymore. So I'm going to pull some cards from the Cosmic Insights deck not before, like at the beginning. Wow, the first one we have Open Your Heart. It will help you attract more love. I will pull another one. Spirit, what's going on? Then the other card is Intimacy, Sexual Chemistry, Reminiscing. So this may also be significant, something that you've been thinking about, something that you've been wanting within your connection, but I'm going to get more details with the Messages of Love deck. A little bit of a heavy, anxious energy I'm feeling. I'm feeling somebody worried about something. Let's see, Spirit, what's going on with the collective's relationship? What do they need to know right now? We have different pages. You and this person don't share the same vision. Interesting. What else do we have here, Spirit? We have denial. Detach with love to clearly see the truth. So definitely today's topic is a little bit harder to navigate. It is something that just may weigh down on you, make you feel a little bit heavy, a little bit um worried about what's going to happen about you in terms of your relationship, what's going to happen with this person, and I completely get it. So we're going to do this reading so that you can find the clarity that you need from it, and then learn what the next steps are so that you can navigate this a way easier. So first of all, what I'm hearing here for your specific situation is that you and your person may have different visions on maybe your relationship. It might also be a difference in needs, in wants, in desires within your connection that the two of you can't really seem how to reconcile. One of you may have the idea that your everything's fine, that your relationship is fine, that whatever you're doing right now is just working for the two of you, and the other one can see more clearly that something is off and wants to fix it. um it could also be that one person who perceives this different pages, they may be a little bit more reticent or holding back from being more present within the relationship because this is causing a lot of doubts within their minds. So this is a little bit of a heavier dynamic to explore at this time for you, at least maybe when you are in this situation. You don't really know what to do, you don't really know what to expect and what's going to happen within your connection. And that's why I am here, because Being on two different pages or feeling like you are on two different pages doesn't necessarily mean that the two of you are incompatible, or that you shouldn't be in a relationship, or that it's going to be hell from now on, especially since you've realized it. Or those are the sort of feelings that you may have in terms of your relationship. It doesn't have to be any of that. In fact, what creates this feeling of the two of you being on different pages is that you may have a difficulty into understanding each other or communicating properly your feelings. And with that, open up your heart card. It just makes me feel like somebody here is scared. Both of you may be scared, but in very different reasons, for very different reasons and in different ways. And so whenever the two of you try to talk, to get more intimate and vulnerable with each other, you're not fully letting the other person see your true feelings, your true thoughts on the matter. You're kind of holding back. That's the general feeling that I'm picking up for your relationship at this time. None of you, neither of you are being fully open and honest with one another. There are certain things that maybe you're afraid to say. Maybe you're too wrapped up in micromanaging this connection, this relationship at this time, and trying to fix, and constantly being in a masculine energy in which you do and do and do and do and do without actually sitting. You need to understand that yes, doing, improving, working on yourself, there are always good things, but also don't need to overdo them, because in relationships you also need um to connect, not only with each other but with yourselves. And how do you connect? You don't connect by keeping yourself busy, by keeping yourself thinking about other things to fix, other things to do, the next thing that you should do, the next step, the next conversation that you need to have, the next topic. Oh, this is bothering me, I need to do something about that, I need to express this. When you want to truly connect with yourself, with your feelings, with your emotions, with your needs, with your wants, and your true feelings about a specific situation, having all of that chaotic energy of constantly doing isn't going to let you see clearly what your emotions are. You can imagine a glass of water that has like sand in it, and you stir it up. The sand is going to actually create not a the water is not going to be clear anymore because of the sand. You know what I'm saying, right? Just picture it stirring something, or even if you put like, I don't know, instant coffee in a cup of water, and it's cold, right? Because when it's cold, it usually doesn't dissolve as fast. Then you start to stir it. It takes the color of the coffee. It dissolves, and the water is not clear anymore. That's the same thing that happens either when you're triggered, or when you're having a difficulty within your relationship and navigating it, but also when you constantly do things, when you constantly are in a masculine energy of doing, of taking action, of coming together and just trying to fix, instead of sitting still with yourselves, individually or together, connecting with your emotions and seeing things clearly, taking a few deep breaths, relaxing, telling yourself that it's okay, that with calmness you're going to see things more clearly. That's why this denial card may come in handy here, because it's not that you're necessarily in denial, but you're so busy doing so many things that you can't fully see what's happening. You can't fully understand the emotions that are involved within this connection, and therefore whatever you're going to do, you're going to do it, but not from a place of connecting and understanding the other person, their needs and your needs, and them connecting to you because you've expressed what your needs are. You're going to do it from an insecure place of constantly trying to fix, constantly trying to make someone see you, constantly trying to make someone love you, constantly trying to just get on the same page. It's a very heavy energy, like we said in the beginning of the reading, and it's exhausting at some point to constantly be in that energy. So what you need to do here is actually pause, is sit with yourself, is try to understand yourself. And then when you do, you can open your heart from a place of trying to understand the other person and not trying to fix the other person. Sometimes we're also so focused on what the other person is doing, what the other person is not doing, what they should be doing, and we don't sit with ourselves. And if they ask us, what is it that we want? We don't know, because we've been so focused on them, on what they should do, their behavior, and how they're showing up for us, right? But we're not fully connected to ourselves. So let me maybe lift this up a little bit so you can see, or the other tarot cards, because we're going to be pulling tarot cards now. All right, so now that we have made it up a little bit higher, so you can see, let's start. Spirit, what do they need to know about the situation at this time? What should they do? What's going on with this? No. Knight of Pentacles as the first card. What else, Spirit? Seven of Swords. Give me another one. Page of Pentacles. Oh boy. And then, of course, I was expecting something like that. Four of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is Ten of Cups. I'm going to put this right here. You can see it, of course. And then we're going to be setting these up over here. Oh boy. It's not negative, but definitely we're getting the answers that we've been looking for within your situation at this time. So it's not only that one of you and someone here is feeling alone. It's not just one of you. Both of you are feeling alone, again, in your own individual ways within this situation, within this relationship. And this, the indication is the Seven of Swords. You're constantly trying to preserve something, constantly doing the same thing to preserve something, because Pentacles do not like change. Pentacle like stability, they like patterns, they like structure, they like focusing and doing the same process over and over again if they feel like it is working. So I'm not trying to blame or shame you in any way, but to your mind, whatever you're doing is making sense. And not just you. And it's not just you, even to your person, whatever they are doing is making sense for them, to them, and to you as well. You think that you're helping with what you're doing, that your contribution is making this relationship better, that the two of you together, by putting in effort, by doing the same things over and over and over again, you're going to get results from it. Because again, there is a deep rooted message or lesson that you've learned, that if you keep on putting effort into something, at some point you're going to see results. If you work hard towards something, you're going to see results, right? So you're continuing on working hard on being in that masculine achieving type of energy, in which you consistently put in effort, thinking that you're going to get results. That's what you're waiting for, that's what you're expecting within this relationship. And let me tell you something. It is not always the case that the more effort you put in, you're going to get results. You don't have to work hard for everything that you want. You don't have to constantly be in a masculine energy of achieving, because relationships don't always work that way. Sometimes the issues are deeper than the effort that you're putting into. Relationships are a little bit more complex than just the effort, than just showing up, than just being there, than just, trying to understand. Because again, you also could be putting an effort in the wrong way. I mean, there's no right or wrong way. It's just whatever works for your relationship. But you're not doing it in a way that works for your relationship. This, whatever you're doing, isn't working for your relationship. You haven't been seeing results from it, and for some reason you're holding on to it so tightly, thinking that at some point it will, like it must to show some results from this. You must, because that's what you've learned. If you put effort, you must see results. But all you see is things crumbling even more, and you needing to put even more effort to keep them from crumbling, because whatever you're doing is causing it. It's the cause of the crumbling. And this isn't just to say it's on you, it's on both of you. When I refer and say whatever you're doing, it's both of you, because the relationships are dynamics. They are made from two or more people. Both of them have their own contribution, and whatever is happening, it is happening because both of you are doing something that isn't working for the relationship. Maybe your person is treating you one way and you're trying to fix that way that they're treating you, because you don't like it. It doesn't resonate with you. So that's just one example, but you're holding so much to what you've known, to what you know that works, to what you have the idea that will work, to what you think that will help your relationship, and you do it because you feel like structure is going to help you. You feel like continuing on showing up is enough, and you don't understand the nitty-gritty of things. And what I'm saying is that you want emotional fulfillment. You want to be happy with this person. The emotional fulfillment is within. It is a feeling. It is an emotion. It is the sensation within your body. You can work your way there, but you can't always make it happen by achieving or taking action in the physical world all the time. Sometimes you need to do the inner work, because you need to realize that you've been trying and fighting super hard into keeping things um under control. You see, this Seven of Swords can't even pick up all the swords. It can't contain all the swords. He's struggling. There is an internal mental struggle here, which can also be about this honesty, not being completely honest, not expressing your feelings completely, not letting the other person in to actually see the true you. It's hiding who you are here. It's hiding something. It doesn't have to be infidelity, because I don't feel like this is the problem here for the two of you. It would have shown up if it was, but I don't feel like it's infidelity. I feel like the both of you are scared. You're doing your best. Give yourself credit for that, but also you need to understand when something is not working, you need to find a new way. It's okay to find a new way of approaching and doing things that works for you, for the both of you. And that might put you out of your comfort zone. That might put you out of what you're familiar or what you're used to, but that doesn't mean that it's a bad thing, that it won't work. Because maybe you've tried new things, maybe you've tried to approach it differently, and it only lasted for a couple of days or a week, because at some point you started to feel anxious. You started to feel, what if this doesn't work? I must return to what I know, because what I know that it works. It should work by experience. But this new thing, I haven't proven it to work. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. So you're going back to your comfort zone. Um, so your guidance for you here is to actually not try to do everything alone. Someone in this relationship is trying to put all the weight of the relationship on their shoulders and fix everything, when the two of you should work together as a team and be a partner. The conversations that the two of you need to have here are more surrounded on where you're at right now and what the potential for your relationship is, and then talk about how you can achieve it. The two of you should talk about how to connect emotionally with one another. Have some conversations in which you express your feelings and the other person just listens. They don't have to respond back, they don't have to give their input, they don't have to explain themselves, they don't have to, you know, I did this because you did that. It's no blame, no shame, no pointing fingers, because those things may make you feel invalidated and like you're not being heard or listened to. So let's take out all of those things, all of those pointing fingers, blaming, shaming, being super critical, trying to excuse ourselves out of this situational consequences. It's just, you need to create a space in which you can trust each other, that you can communicate your feelings. It could even be at the end of the day, just take some time to, share about your day, what you did, how you felt, even if it's not related to your relationship. Do this exercise with one another where one shares and the other one listens. And then you can switch places and do the same thing, just to start you off at feeling heard, feeling understood, feeling listened to. And then you can move towards getting into the deeper parts of your problems, your issues, your difficulties and challenges that you're finding into your relationship, and start addressing those. Again, blaming and shaming, even when you phrase it and express your feelings and put it as, you never do this for me, you never do that, I tell you billions of times to do this, but you never, it can trigger some of your fears. I feel like both of your fears and insecurities and triggers feed off of each other. So it is a dynamic in which, because you're scared, because you feel like you're not chosen, because you feel like you're not prioritized or something like that, you start blaming and being super critical and putting it on the other person. Oh, you never choose me, you never do this for me, you never do that. It's super critical, and the other person feels attacked, and they get defensive because they need to protect themselves. They've only had themselves all along, no one else protected them, they need to protect themselves now because this is what's familiar to them. So you need to practice and find ways of communicating feelings without getting lost in the details and surface levels of the context. Of course, you can talk about the context, but what's important here for the two of you is to first learn how to identify your emotions. You can look at an emotion wheel on the internet, it's super easy to find, and just share emotions at first and then move towards complex stuff. You need to start from the base if you're uncomfortable with sharing your feelings. If you hold it all into yourself, thinking that you're going to protect it yourself, protect your relationship, but this relationship or you're always vulnerable. Something else is going to happen. You're never always fully protected. Something may actually harm you on this side, on your back, behind your back, when you don't see it, don't least expect it, because you think you're doing everything right and protecting yourself, protecting the relationship, but something may just hit you at once, and then you lose all of these balance. So you need to start with emotions. Don't do B is the advice for you in your relationship. Don't do B, because you have potential of getting and becoming and having this emotional connection, this happy ending, but you need to change your approach here. Okay, I hope this reading was helpful. Let me know in the comments below if you actually learned something, if you saw a different perspective on how to look at things. I am really, really curious to hear about that. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.
It's hard to meet myself to be. It feels amazing to be financially